Hey everybody, what's going on? Thank y'all for checking out this video. This is the recap from Lay Lake of the 2-day BFL. And if you haven't already seen the first two videos, I did part 1 and part 2. It was a 2-day tournament. I've got my first day video up and second day, so I'll put those in the description if you haven't seen those videos. But basically, I'm just going to be going over the baits I was using, what my boater was doing, where we were at, and how we caught our fish. So the first day, my boater, we went up to the Logan Martin Dam. If you watched the video, you saw that, and if you missed it, like I said, you can check that out. But we started off that morning throwing a couple moving baits. My boater was throwing a top water and a jerk bait, and I threw just a white weightless fluke around up there. There was some fish would come up and bust in school. They were running some shad up there, and I was throwing that white fluke. I caught 1 or 2 stripers on it, throwing that fluke around. I never caught any bass on it. And my boater, he caught 1 keeper bass on his jerk bait, and then he caught 5, 6, 7 striper on it. But like I said, the first thing that morning, I was throwing this little fluke. I tried a top water, but I just kind of kept that white fluke in my hand for fish coming up schooling. And on the first day, I caught, like I said, a couple striper on that fluke up there on the dam, but that was it around the dam. All my fish the first day that I weighed in came off of a 1/8 ounce shaky head and a Zoom finesse worm. I was just throwing a green pumpkin worm on that 1/8 ounce head. I was throwing it up there below the dam, just letting it drift through that current, just keeping my line tight and letting it float and hit them rocks, and that's when those fish would get it. I had 2 fish come off on it, and I caught the other 5, so I'd love to see what those 2 that come off looked like. I'm sure they were either 12-inch spots or 3-pounders. There's no way for me to know. But like I said, I started off that morning. We were kind of moving around a little bit up there, throwing at them schooling fish at the dam. I was throwing that fluke. I didn't catch any bass, caught some stripers. But as that kind of died down, I just started throwing that shaky head, throwing it on a regular 7'1" spinning rod, just letting it drift through them rocks, letting it fall through the boulders. That's where those fish would be sitting. It'd come across the boulder, and one would be sitting down there in a current break, just ready to get whatever comes by. But I caught 8 pounds and 12 ounces the first day, and all my keepers came on this right here, that little shaky head. And about 1 o'clock, we left from the dam. They started dropping the water. So we hit a shallow area with some grass and some pads, and I threw this fluke around, and I caught 1 short fish and had 2 or 3 bites on it. But like I said, the first day was all my keepers came off the shaky head, and I caught some shorts and some striper on that fluke, but that was it for the first day. So after that, I was in 5th place on the co-angler side, had 8 pounds and 12 ounces after the first day, and on day 2 went out with the 5th place boater. He had caught 11 and 11 the first day, so he was in 5th place, I was in 5th place. We pulled up to his area, and he was fishing the back of a pocket or a creek, and it had some grass growing back there, and he was throwing a weightless worm. So of course I picked up my fluke first thing that morning, white fluke, no weight, just a little 2/0, 3/0 hook, twitching this thing around, and I caught 2 keepers on it the second day, and at least 5 or 6 shorts. I mean, I had enough bites for a limit. They were just none of them were keepers. That's usually how it goes on the second day, it seems. But like I said, he caught a limit. My boater caught a limit on the second day. He kind of had to junk fish a little bit. He caught a couple out from under a boat dock, he caught 1 on a swim jig, but for the most part, he was throwing a weightless worm, and that's how he caught his fish the first day. So I just started twitching that fluke around, caught all my fish on it. I tried the worm he was throwing, tried a Cinco, threw a Texas rig, Carolina rig, all that stuff, did not have any luck on it. It just seemed like the only thing I could bite on that second day was that weightless fluke, twitching it around and letting it sink, and then fish would come up and grab it. But like I said, was in 5th place going into the first day, and after day 2 was over, I had fell down to 11th. I caught 2 keepers that weighed 2 pounds and 6 ounces. If I could have just caught a limit like those, if I could have had 6 pounds, I would have stayed in 5th place, maybe even 4th place. And I ended the tournament with 11 pounds, and the co-angler that won had 16. So if I could have caught another 7.5, 8 pound limit, I'd have had a really good chance to win. I'd been right there, first, second place, but that's how it goes. I just couldn't get on the good quality fish on that second day. Like I was saying, you know, that little white fluke up there around the dam and fishing shallow, caught some shorts on it and a couple keepers. But my main thing, the main thing that got me a check and got me to the second day was just this 1/8 ounce shaky head on a zoom, or 1/8 ounce shaky head zoom finesse worm. Just letting it glide through them rocks. Caught some nice spots on that thing, and actually a couple largemouth too. But Lay Lake was fishing super tough. This time of the year in the South, I mean, September fishing can be brutally tough, and it wasn't brutally tough at that time, but it was tough. It was pretty tough to get a quality bite. But like I said, you know, finish up in 11th place, had a good season with the BFLs. I finished in the top 45 in the points, so I'm going on to Wheeler Lake for our regional next month. And anybody out there watching this video, if you live around the Lake Wedowee area, West Georgia, East Alabama, even Central Alabama, if you ever have been to Lake Wedowee, I'm doing a fundraiser tournament on October 16th. Leave a comment if you need some more information. But if you can look on my Facebook page, Jacob Robinson Fishing, you'll see I got a flyer posted. It's October 16th, Lake Wedowee, 48 boat ramp. So message me or look on my Facebook for more information, and I'm going to make a complete video sometime this week about this tournament. But be on the lookout for that if you want to fish a fundraiser tournament for a great cause down at Wedowee. But like I always say, thank y'all for watching these videos. I appreciate it. I'm closing in on 900 subscribers, getting close to that 1,000 mark. That's been my goal for this year, so hopefully I reach that pretty soon. And like I said, check out the other videos from Lay Lake, day 1 and day 2. I'll have them linked in the description so you can go back and watch those. And once again, be on the lookout for that fundraiser tournament video. Like I said, it's for a great cause, and I'd hope to see some of y'all out there. I really appreciate it. And y'all stay tuned for the next one, and thanks for watching.